What in tarnation? God damn it. Dev team has definitely knocked this one right out of the park because they have solved the matchmaker problem. Remember all that news about too many tank destroyers in the game, and they're trying to balance it out, limit the amount of tank destroyers in the game. They have come up with the most brilliant idea. So they're going to limit tank destroyers for each team, but they're going to give you an extra gun. They're going to give you 2 guns. Yes, this is how you solve the matchmaker problem of unbalanced teams. Too many tank destroyers on Prokhorovka. Yeah, 2 guns. That solves the problem. Damn. Give that man a raise. This is it. This is on the test server. 1400 hit points. ISU-122. I suppose that means it's a 122mm gun. And -2 because there's 2 of them. 800 horsepower. 16 power to weight ratio. 40 kilometers an hour going forward. 20 in reverse. Rotation speed is 16 degrees per second. Hull armor just has the same armor with the turret armor, 190 frontally. That's not too bad. It's got some sloping. Maybe it's a little bit upright. Maybe not too much sloping. But 190 millimeters of that turret armor, 390 alpha on the gun. So that's times 2, right? If I'm not mistaken. So that's 780 damage per shot. Well, if you land both shots, if you pen both shots. And 258 pen is not too shabby. This is 258 pen with standard shells. Standard AP shells with 258 pen. That's not too bad. 300 pen if you fire heat shells at tier 10s or tier 9s. Yeah, this solves all the problems for tank destroyer matchmaking. You got to hand it to them. Give that employee in the dev team a raise, because this is exactly what the game needs, with a 0.37 dispersion, 10 seconds reload time. For you to fire your double shot, it just takes 2 seconds to hold it down, and then there's a reload time of 10 seconds. Is that 10 seconds per gun? I'm not sure if that's the reload time for each gun. I assume it is. Change time 7 seconds. I have no idea what that means. Does that mean if you fire single shots you have to wait 7 seconds per shot? If you're going to play it like a single shotter, I assume so. Moving dispersion, we don't know, but I suppose it's going to be bad because it's a tank destroyer. You're meant to be kind of stationary, pointing one direction and firing down the range. That's what you do with your regular tank destroyers anyway, the ones that are non-turreted anyway. 2-second aim time. This tank is actually pretty insane. However, you do have that 5 degree of relative gun depression. Yeah, it's pretty depressing. 5 degrees is not that great. You have to basically expose most of your tank, your lower plate for sure, your upper hull plate is going to be exposed for sure, and most of your turret. If you take a look at the tank, basically it is an IS-3 chassis in reverse. You basically have the engine kind of like facing forwards, correct? You have the butt of an IS-3 facing forwards. That's what it looks like to me. But I don't know, maybe it's an IS-3 or maybe it's some variation of an IS tank. Maybe just a regular IS, maybe an IS-2 chassis, I don't know. But some kind of IS tank that is in reverse. It's got a shovel at the back, which is supposed to be the front of the tank. And yeah, this is what they have in the super test. And if I'm being honest, this thing is pretty desirable. I think this tank is going to be quite competitive, judging from the stats we have that we can see here. The camo is not too much to shout about. You're gonna get about 29% camo rating, but as soon as you fire the gun or move, you're going to lose that camo rating. The AP shells does not have incredible speed, but it's not too shabby, 1100 meters per second. The heat shells not so great, 850 meters per second, but the gun and the alpha is kind of up there. It's kind of good. It's going to really cause a lot of pain if you're holding down a corridor, if you're watching a flank, if you're sniping from a distance. You're gonna hit 390 for your regular shots and 780 if you land both shots. Now, knowing the meta or the tactics that most of the better players will use, they will try to use that double shot as often as possible. I know I would. If I own a double barrel gun, why wouldn't I want to fire 2 shots at one time? It's a lot of fun. It makes a thunderous, enormous, a huge sound that kind of tickles your balls. That feeling you get when the 2 guns go off and then the smoke or whatever that shit is fires off onto the sides. The backfire or whatever you call it, the smoke from the from the gases of the gun, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty interesting and it's going to be fairly popular. I'm going to predict that this tank is going to be up there among the most competitive tank destroyers, and I think a lot of people are going to like it. And I think, as usual, the better players are the ones that are usually going to benefit more from the capabilities of a tank like this. Anyway, I hope you found some useful information and enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.